time to spill the tea with Spicy V. Welcome to Spill the Tea with Spicy V. Today, I am here with the Ro Show baby, the Veto King, the King of Jury, and the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Ro. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, mostly because I'm not going on the block for my birthday this year. So it's a little bit more stress-free, if I do say so myself. But I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. I'm just so excited to be reunited with the Spicy Ro Show. It's about time, but you already knew I had to do a special birthday edition for my boy.
Of course, King and Queen of Jury. We have to do the birthday episode.
We had to. So let's start it off with letting us know what's the best birthday gift you've ever received.
Oh my goodness. I think like the best birthday gifts I've received are like experiences, honestly, like getting like either like a spa day kind of gift or like going up to the cottage or doing something like that. Like, I think like things are always nice, but like, obviously like I buy clothes all the time, like way too many that I probably should. And even when like I've exceeded my budget for clothing spend, I'll just go out and buy more. So I love that kind of stuff too.
What's your favorite BB can memory?
I think honestly for me, like my claim to fame was winning those 3 vetoes in a row. So I definitely will stick to that for as long as I live. And whenever someone thinks of, yes, hold that veto waist belt up high, I'm going to be rocking that at my birthday party. Make sure you don't forget to bring that because I will definitely rock that.
So you once said that after you posted a girl on Instagram, your followers went down. Can you elaborate on this? Because that killed me.
I think that's like in any situation. I think like once you post that, like because you gain like I think honestly from both sides of the aisle, I gained a lot of followers, and so when it came down to like like doing like what you would call a soft release on your Instagram story of like a girlfriend or a girl you're with, like obviously in that situation, like I don't know, some people hold out hope like maybe to like engage in a conversation with you. I mean, you know how it is. Like the DMs are always flooded after doing something like this.
What's your favorite type of alcohol? And before you answer, think about it because this is what I'm pulling up with on Saturday.
Okay. I mean, I don't even have to think about it. My favorite alcohol by far is Tito's vodka, Austin, Texas.
Tito's?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
I can't get past Tito's. It's my go-to. It's the smoothest vodka you're gonna find out there. Austin, Texas, born and bred. Great city.
When did you get this sponsorship? This Tito's sponsorship? Is this new or?
I'm hoping that I get it after this interview. You're gonna post this on all your channels. I'm gonna post this on all my channels. I'm gonna ping everybody I know in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna be like, hey, who do you know at Tito's? I need the sponsorship. I will make several posts for Tito's vodka.
Anything you want to say to Matt? Anything, Matt says what's up?
Listen, Matt's my guy. He texted me before this interview and he said, hey, good luck. I'm like, good luck. Like, what's going to happen on this podcast? Is something crazy going to happen that I'm not ready for? But no, I shot him a quick thank you. Dude, everybody knows I love Matt. Like, we get along so well.
Who is your favorite cookout member? You got to pick one or you got to sip that tea.
Who's my favorite cook? Are we talking? So I think if we just look at like the game itself, like Tiffany, I think like everybody would agree played one of the best games that we've seen in, Big Brother history on the US side and even on the Canada side for that matter. Right. So, her finishing in 6th place, I don't think like if you look at it on paper is like not representative of the actual game she played. Like she could have definitely gone on to win that game. So, I just in terms of her gameplay and I think like attitude and the way she interacts with people and the fact that she's like literally hilarious in everything that she says, like her one-liners are phenomenal. I think like she has so many things going for her, and even after the house, like you can see like how much people like her. And
I would agree with that for sure. I totally agree. Yeah. She killed it. Do you remember what our final 2 alliance name was?
The Skyway.
Yeah! Let's go.
Yes. Yeah. And for those that don't know, the Skyway is the bridge that connects Burlington and Hamilton. So I grew up mostly in Burlington. Spicy grew up in Hamilton. So like I think like, I don't know, I can't remember when it was, like during the Oddballs days, I think we came together and we're like, okay, Skyway Alliance and like, let's go. And I honestly, like, I genuinely would have been like serious about going pretty far with it. So it was I don't know how I thought of that name, but I think I was like in the ball pit. And I'm just
that was a good one. It was a good name. Jess Burdett, mine and Haley's friend. Mm-hmm. Rate her on a scale of 1 to 10.
Jess? Yeah. Great scale on what? Listen, I got to give Jess like a 15 at least out of 10. Like, 150%. Honestly, because Jess is the one that brought Haley to the party
Yeah?
where I met her, right?
Fucking
So like,
right.
I remember even at the party where I met Haley, in your after party in the hotel room, like I wrote down on a napkin with, I don't know, whatever pen or marker was there. I wrote an IOU to Jess and I gave it to her on a napkin. So she has that napkin.
First impression of Astro.
Such a friendly dog. Like, I don't expect like French bulldogs to be that way for some reason. I don't know why, but like literally the first time I saw Astro, I think it was at the park, and he just like ran up to me and just like sat between my legs as I was sitting on the grass and just like kind of like curling up against me and stuff, and super friendly. Yeah, great dog. Like can't ask for better. Yeah.
Okay, first impression of me.
Oh, okay. Energetic. So I saw you in line and I was standing, I think behind you in line before we actually walked on stage. They might've switched our placement. I can't remember, but yeah, just like energetic, really going to bring the entertainment to the season. To your credit, you obviously did. Like, people love your entertainment factor. Yeah, I knew that you were going to have eyeballs on you at all times.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember in the Big Brother house when it was your birthday and I literally made you a cake? And then I was like, oh, Rohan, can you pass me something out of the microwave? And you gave me the dirtiest look. Like, how dare you ask me to do something on my birthday? And you pull it out and it was a cake with an R on it. How did that make you feel?
I was like, oh shit, like I shouldn't have said that. I was like, oh, she's trying to do something nice for me. Like, I'm like, okay, March 8th, my birthday. Like, you're getting me a cup of tea. Like, you're gonna make me lunch. You're gonna make me dinner. I'm going on the block today. Like, I need people to do things for me to make me feel better. And I knew I was going on the block too. So it's like, okay, like I need people to kind of like make this my birthday a little bit. So I was like, oh yeah, like you were right there beside the microwave too. I'm like, can't you get it yourself? Like, so I pulled it out. Yeah, I saw the cake. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that with Oreo cookies and milk, but I guess like it was a good cake too.
There's a way. It was good, right?
Yes, and it was before my extended slop period, so I was able to eat it luckily.
You mentioned earlier in this chat that, you know, you and Kyle were super close. What's going on with that? You guys aren't so close anymore?
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest with you, Kyle and I are no longer close. I think some people on like Twitter, social media have like figured it out. You know, obviously we don't follow each other. Like, people are going to like put two and two together. Yeah, it just, we were obviously super close in the house. He was my guy. He was my ride or die, my number one. You know, I wanted to play that game with him to the end. And we did some pretty cool things together early on, but you know, after the house, you know, we hung out a couple times, and it's just one of those things you kind of realize that you're different people. And, you know, I wish him like nothing but the best. You know, it's just, you know, when it comes to living in the real world, then it's like, okay, like you do this and I do that, and it just kind of ended up going our separate ways.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard you declined to go on Kiefer's podcast. Why?
Kiefer never asked me to go on his podcast, to be honest with you. So I'm not sure where that came from. Sorry, is this where I sip the tea?
Don't make me laugh. You're so funny. Okay. So on our season, there was a lot of ass talk. Who had the nicest ass in our house?
Oh my goodness. Can I answer this now? Is Haley tuning in? I'm going to say,
love her.
Listen, I'll give it, maybe I'll just give it to Bray. I'll give it to Braden. Bray's got a nice ass. Is he watching this? I hope so. I hope so.
He's gonna love that. Oh,
listen,
that's fucking...
he's got it going for himself.
That's so good. So you were Rosalia, right? And you won the competition. Describe that moment. Like, did you love it? Were you feeling right? Feeling good?
Listen, first of all, I was super grateful to get Austin as my makeup artist because she was great. Like, honestly, like she made me a beautiful Rosalia. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to turn it on. And I walked down the stairs, just strutted my stuff, like did a little turn. I was practicing with her upstairs before I went down too. And yeah, hopefully I nailed the moves and the question.
You're in a relationship now. Hope I'm not spilling the tea too much.
No.
Have you guys said I love you yet? Have we crossed that
Oh
milestone?
my goodness, that's a really spicy question. I don't know how to.
You got your tea there.
Jeez.
Stop. Oops.
That's some good tea.
Ooh. Okay, so one of my literal favorite moments in the house is when we all got a video from back home. Like, we all got to sit in the living room. And I'll never forget when your video came on and you just went, "Looking young, Mom." I'll never forget it. Your mom is seriously an angel. I've had like the pleasure of speaking with her. She's just amazing.
She calls herself like my momager in a way. Like anytime she like sees a tweet, she's like, is this funny? Or like, I don't know, like maybe tweet something else, or like she'll look on Instagram and check out my stories and be like, okay, like maybe you should post this. It's good for the image. And I'll be like, okay, like maybe I'll post that next time. So she's a bit of a momager now, which is something that I need, I think. So that's
She's
good.
Amazing. So what do you think of the new house cast? VEE Ken 10. We haven't even talked about that. Like thoughts on the cast, thoughts on their pictures. They're like,
yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I think I tweeted about this too. Like, I mean, just like the cast pictures. First of all, they look phenomenal. I was just like, holy shit! Like they did a whole photo shoot and everything, and they're looking super nice. And yeah, the cast looks super cool. Again, like very diverse cast. Like I'm pulling it up as we're talking right now. Yes. And I think like, I mean, not too much drama in the first 2 episodes, but if anyone's on Twitter, like all the live feeders are tweeting about it all the time. And so I think some drama stirred up. I definitely want to see some drama. Nobody thinks there's ever going to be drama when you first walk in the house. Like everyone's going to be like, oh, we're going to be best friends.
Oh yeah,
like, kumbaya.
Have you talked to LaToya? Like, have you talked to LaToya?
At this point, I don't feel like there's any hard feelings between LaToya and I. I think we're pretty much back to like just having a half decent relationship.
Give us your best. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, it'll be a little bit loud in here. A little bit. Or maybe I'll do it with like a half whisper. I don't know. Like, let's go, baby, let's go.
So you know what time it is. If you happen to have a spicy question for me, now's the chance to ask me because I will answer it.
Oh my goodness. Do you regret the invisible HOH?
Really?
That's the spiciest question I have for you.
That's a spicy ass motherfucking question. I regret my invisible HOH every single night. Like every night before I go to bed, I literally shame myself for my decision. Bro Show, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. So excited to be on this podcast.
Oh, of course. I'm so happy to have you on. Mwah.
Thank you.
Click that subscribe button for more spice.